Hello guys, welcome back to fourth video of this section, Building Out Our CRUD with Google's ROM library. Previously, we have built our business layer in our project, and in this video, our focus will be on building CRUD with Google's ROM library. So, what is ROM? ROM is a new way to create a database in our Android applications. It is much similar ORM like. The core framework provides built-in support for working with raw SQL content. What are the concerns which ROM library addresses? Number one, there is no compile time verification of raw SQL queries. Number two, as your schema changes, you need to update the affected SQL queries manually. This process can be time consuming and error prone. Number third, you need to write lots of boilerplate code to convert between SQL queries and Java objects. But now, ROM take care of these concerns for you while providing an abstraction layer over SQLite. There are three major components in ROM: database, entity, and DAO. Database. Database is a holder class that uses annotation to define the list of entities and database version. This class content defines the list of DAOs. DAOs are data access objects. So next, entity. Entity represent data for a single table row constructed using an annotated Java data object. Each entity is presented into its own table. DAO, data access object, defines the method that accesses the database using annotations to bind SQL to each method. So now let's just start with our coding. This is our sample application which we have created in last video. First, let's set up our ROM library. For ROM library, add two dependencies. One is implementation and annotation process. Android Arc Persistence ROM Runtime 1.0.0 Alpha 1. Use the latest version at the time you're watching the video, plus annotation process with the same address. Second thing which you need to go to build.gradle project repository, and in all project repository, add the line maven URL https maven google.com. After this, sync the project and you are ready to use ROM library. So let's start with our database class. Go to our model class and we will convert it into our data table. How to convert into table of a database? Use annotation entity. Table name is equal to project. Wait, let me, persistence entity, and table name is equal to project, or you can call anything you want. Then you have to define first your primary key, private int project ID, and it's gonna be my primary key. To define its primary key, use annotation primary key. And if you want it to automatically populate, then you have to do auto generation is equal to true. These two columns, these two items will be our column items as well. How? Use annotation column info, give them name, title, at the column info, name, description. There you go. We already have our getter and setter. Now our project table is ready. Next step is to write our DAO. So go back to our storage package, right click and create a class for DAO. And I will call it project DAO And this class will be our interface class, and it will contain interfaces for update, delete, or our CRUD process. Create it and give its annotation DAO. Let's just start with our query. If you want to query all the list of the objects are in the project table, query, need to write SQL query, select static from table name project, and then what it will return the project model and function name project get project list. Now whenever you call the function get project list, it will query into the database and return all items in the project table. So next, let's query specific item on name search in the table. Repeat. Now let's write a query to search within the table. Query select static from project where our title like first name, and first name is going to be our argument in the function. How? Project model get project, and in this we are getting string project name, or can call project title better, and this will be used here as well. There you go. Then with the query, now let's write a query for insert insert void insert all, and what we will insert, it's gonna be project model and project model. Now it will get project model and it will insert into the table. Now delete delete will not return anything, just delete. Now you can pass the project model which you want to delete. There you go. Now our DAO is also ready. After this, let's just create our database main instance. Right click, create a third class. It's going to be our project database. Its annotation is going to be database, and entities. In entities, we have to pass our project class, project model, so it will know which class are its entities, and version name 1. Let's create this class as our singleton class, so whenever you create the instance, it will remain throughout the live activity. And then whenever you call database class, if it's already created, will return the old instance. So private static project database instance, public abstract project DAO project DAO. This we will be using for querying the data, and it's giving us error because we are using abstract array without making class abstract. So let's create class abstract as well, and then create a function to access the instance of the database. Public static project database get project database instance. It will pass us context. There you go. Here we will check if instance is equal to null, then we will create a new instance and it will return the instance. Now let's just create the instance of our database class. Instance is equal to rom dot database builder. In database builder we have to use context dot get application context comma, our class name project database dot class, comma, our database name project database dot. Now go out of allow main thread queries. It will allow you to query the database on the main thread only. Dot build. There you go. It's giving you an error. In thread type, not inbound, this should extend persistence ROM. It doesn't allow because we are creating our database class without extending our class to the ROM library. So let's just extend it with ROM database. There you go. Now our database is ready. And when we are creating the instance, we have to destroy it as well. Public static void destroy instance. And in this, we will just call instance equal to null. There you go. Now your database is ready to use. Now let's just use our database. Let's go to our project listing repository. And in this function, we will call our database. Private static void populate project listing, and it will has our project database, project database, and from project database we will pass it project model. Project model is equal to new project model dot set title project 1, and project model dot set description, and then call add project function and pass this project model to the add project function. And in this function, the thing which we will do is just we will call the database instance. So this function with project detail also we will pass the project database instance and update our functions, and then just call project database dot insert let's just go to our PAO. Was the function name for insert all. So go back to project repository dot insert all, but first we need to get our DAO project DAO dot insert all, and insert all we will pass our project. So our next topic is going to be creating interactors for project list and testing them. Until then, have a nice day. Bye bye.